Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be attempting to get 100,000 effective health points so that I can successfully survive the terracotta phase and the floor 5 boss fight, so that I can successfully get myself up to catacombs level 24 and then also not die in the boss fight of floor 7, so that I'm able to get a S+ run and, get to the Hyperion, which is the main goal of this series. Now, if you guys have heard, I'm giving away a free rank. I can't believe I messed up twice in a row now, but I'm giving away a free rank to somebody in the comments when this video hits 500 likes. Now, the two winners of the two previous videos are on screen right now. I have sent them a friend request, and when they're online, they're going to get their free rank. But yeah, I mean, if you guys want to enter, all you have to do is subscribe, and I can tell if you're subscribed. As you can see on screen right now, it will tell me next to your name. So if you're not subscribed and you get picked, that'd be pretty unlucky. So yeah, that's about it. I'm very, very close to 30,000, only like 4,000 away. So if you could subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's get on with the video. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Now, today I was planning on, as I had said in the last video, running a bunch of dungeons so that I can unlock either a Livid Dagger or a Shadow Fury. And I planned, it's a Sunday. I have nothing better, it's a Monday, and I have nothing better to do with my time than just run some dungeons. And I was thinking, worst case, I fill up my RNG meter for a Livid Dagger and it takes 60 runs, which is at worst around about 5 hours, and at best I get it on my first run. So whether I get a Shadow Fury or a Livid Dagger, that was going to be the main goal and the main theme of this video. That was, of course, until I went into my dungeons, and I realized that the Cata 19 kids, the reason that they are probably playing dungeons in the middle of a Monday is probably because they aren't old enough to go to school, and they are absolute monkeys. Now, they were just useless. I'm going to be honest, I ran 10 runs, I got through 2 of them successfully, 2 completions, and I think only one of those 2 was an S+, so it was definitely not looking good, and I didn't want to spend 50 hours grinding out just to get a Livid Dagger. So the plan is going to be to increase my effective health points to over 100,000 when I first enter a run, so that I can be tankier. I can play as a healer in floor 6, and that way I can level up my catacombs level so I don't have to deal with these catacombs level 19 people, and I can actually get into some decent runs and maybe even try and go for a giant sword. Who knows? But yeah, that's the plan today. We're going to be increasing my effective health points, and yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so before we get into that, I have the highlights from the 10 runs I did. Now, the first one is me getting a treasure talisman, which is always nice because it's one of those things where there's a chance you just never get it because it's RNG based and you're on an Ironman profile. And the second thing that happened was I found the General's Medallion once again. This is my second time, but this time I was more prepared and I had 1,000,000 coins in the bank, so I was able to buy it. Now, I know 1,000,000 coins is a lot of money, but to be honest, it increases the efficiency or the stats on my dungeon armor by 3%, which is, it's alright, it's a nice bonus, and I'm on Ironman, so A, money doesn't really matter, and B, I never know when I'm going to see him again, so I might as well just buy it while I'm here. Okay, so I couldn't find a clip of me getting the General's Medallion, but just assume I did get it, and I currently have 200 secrets found, so it's only a 2% boost, but I mean, whatever. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to be doing isn't actually increasing my effective health points directly, but it is going to be unlocking the Mender's Wand. Now, if you mix this with an item I'm going to be getting soon, it's going to be tripling its efficiency. So if we look in here, it gives 90 health per second, and honestly, these are pretty easy. I already have the enchanted string, and I mean, the wood's not going to be hard, the stick isn't going to be hard, and I can easily kill tier 3 revs, so I'm going to go get all the resources I need, and then I should be able to craft it up. Okay, so if I just buy the last dark oak wood from here, I should be able to afford it, or craft it up, or whatever. As you can see here, there we go, Wand of Mending. 60 health is already pretty good, but with this upgrade, I can... Okay, I'm going to need some enchanted string. Luckily, I, for some reason, saved this. I have no idea why I kept a hold of it, but, I mean, it turned out to be useful, so I'm very happy I did it. And there we go. Now, if I mix this with the Mender's Crown, which I might be buying, spoiler alert, it is going to triple the efficiency of the healing that I gain, meaning 300 hearts per second in dungeons is overpowered. I mean, mixing that with me spamming Healing Circle, having a ton of health points, it is going to be literally impossible to kill me, so I'm really excited for that. I also just reforged my aspect to the end because, I mean, why not get a little bit more intelligence while I'm in dungeons? And now let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so next up I'm going to be getting my Holy Dragon chestplate, and I'm going to be using some of the fragments that I got just from running dungeons and killing the Lost Adventurers to make myself some Holy Dragon leggings. Now this is the strongest armor I would say before you get Necromancer Lord for effective health points, along with the Mender's Crown, so it's going to be a very overpowered combination. Now you also get, mending from the Holy Dragon armor, so all of that stacking on top of each other is going to be absolutely devious. So yeah, let me go grind up some money with Arachnes so that I can buy myself a Mender's Crown. Okay, so what was around about like 2 seconds for you guys was probably like 40 minutes of me grinding up Arachnes, but there we go. We should now be able to buy up all the upgrades and get myself a Mender's Crown, which is looking already pretty good just from the stats from here. Now, if I upgrade it, because I think it only requires, I'm not sure what essence it needs, but if it's Wither essence, it should be, okay, well, that's the wrong menu. Just give it Titanic. I mean, I don't think there's any, like, I obviously have the Giant's Tooth, but I cannot really be asked grinding all the way up to mining 25 just yet, especially since I'm not sure if I'm going to need it. So, well, I ran out of my booster cookie. That is going to be, and I can't fly, okay. That's good. I mean, I don't think it's going to affect me too much because I mainly play in dungeons, but, now I have to, like, go to my island to enchant things, so it is the biggest inconvenience in the world. But, yeah, let me chuck, like, I don't know, respiration in case something happens, but, yeah, I mean, the Mender's Crown is looking very, very tanky. I'm going to 5-star it, and then we can compare it to the Shadow Assassin. 240 health and 100 defense versus almost 400 health. Now, I know the defense is a little bit less, but in all honesty, everybody knows that health is way more important than defense, and if I star it up, it should be even better. Okay, so going through to the dungeon hub, I'm going to be seeing, if it's Wither Essence, it's going to be a little bit more expensive. I'm hoping it's only going to be Undead Essence. I also need to, like, reforge, enchant, and star my Holy Dragon leggings. I'm going to chuck these both onto Titanic because the Fierce, like, I'm probably still going to run it because this is the thing. It's not like I'm getting rid of my, like, Berserk armor, right? It's not like I'm on a normal profile where I sell things to buy new items. I'm still going to have access to my 2-4 Shadow Assassin unstable leggings setup. So I'm still going to be able to clear, like, floor 5. This is only going to be for floor 6 and floor 7, so it is literally in no way worsening my profile, and there's no debate about whether I should do this or not. So yeah, I'm going to go probably star these after I do this, but yeah, looking at it, the Titanic Reforge definitely seems worth it, and if I can increase my survivability, then maybe in the future I can be like, oh, chuck this back onto Fierce so that I can increase my damage a little bit, because I'm going to tell you right now, when I run into floor 6, I'm going to be dealing like 200 damage a hit. I'm not going to be able to kill anything. I'm only going to be able to do secrets, so, as long as I don't die, obviously I can't negatively affect the run, but people are going to have to be okay with me, like, not killing anything, but everybody else should have, like, Hyperions or Jujubos, so they should be able to do that themselves. Okay, so this is my first attempt at a dungeon run. We're going to see how much we're at right now, and obviously how much we have to improve by. I'm going to grab a dungeon potion. I'm not sure if it even affects my effective health points, but if it does, then good for me. So coming in here, let's see. We're playing as a Berserk, by the way, so we don't have any tank buffs to increase my health, or any healer buffs to increase my health. It is just pure, like, stats. So coming over here. Before, remember, I had 26,000 effective health points with my other armor set, and coming in here, we currently have 66,000. Okay, now, I'm not sure if that's actually, like, impressive in terms of floor 7 or anything, but to be honest, the damage isn't looking that bad either, and the health is looking very, very good, considering the fact that when I was getting carried in floor 6 before, I was basically able to survive the entire entrance run, like, the entire, like, what do you call it? Like, the entire, like, room, like, not boss fight, normal, I don't even know what you'd call it. Like, the entire not boss fight, so, that was with a third of this effective health points, so I should be able to survive anything. My vitality is increasing my healing by 2.5%, which will increase by a little bit more when I get into the dungeon, so, yeah, and then, obviously, the healer bonus on top of that, it's going to be impossible for me to die. So I'm going to run into a floor 6 fight as a healer, and we're going to see how much damage everything does to me. Okay, so very conveniently, the first room I ran into had a Shadow Assassin, which is probably notably one of the most damaging mobs in the game, and if you can just see, if I'm spamming my healer circle, like, my health does get low, but I instantly heal it back up. I don't think there's anything in the game that can one-tap me, maybe the terracottas, but if I'm running with a tank or a competent archer, then it shouldn't happen, so I mean, yeah, it's looking great. Obviously, damage-wise, I literally can't kill anything, but, I mean, I don't need to kill anything because hopefully my teammates can clear, and I can just do secrets, which I'm happy to do as long as I'm in a party that actually knows how to blood rush. Spoiler alert, nobody knows how to blood rush, and they take like 6 minutes to get into blood, so hopefully I can level up my catacombs at least and get into a party with people who, know how to play the game. Okay, so I'm actually in a decent party for once. It is a 7-minute run. It could have been better, but what am I going to say? I can't actually clear anything, so it's not like I'm doing anything. And obviously, we don't have an archer, so nobody's actually doing any damage. But considering all of those things, it's not a bad run. Now, I obviously didn't record the terracotta phase, which is probably the most damaging phase, but as you can see, I didn't die, so that's pretty good. That's really, really good, and if my teammates can kill the giants, we can all see that I get nothing from this run. It'd be very nice if I got a giant sword, but the chance of that happening is like 1 out of 500, so I wouldn't put my money on it, but if it happens, then that would be very nice, and would probably just carry the entire series, I'm not gonna lie. Like, honestly, RNG meter is probably one of the best things they added to this game. It's going to make everything else in the game easier, but once I actually get to doing the floor 7 runs, I'm going to have a goal. Like, I'm going to have a number where I'm like, I'm certain I get a handle on this run, so it's going to make it so much easier to like deal with that mentally, so thank you Hypixel for actually making a decent update for once. Okay, so here we go. We actually got a decent drop. It's been around about, I'd say 40 of my floor 5 runs by now, and we finally got a very good drop. Could have been a Livid Dagger or a Shadow Fury, it would have been preferred, but the Shadow Assassin leggings are still very nice. Compared to the Unstable Dragon leggings, they are far more damage, and compared to the Holy Dragon leggings, they're honestly pretty decent health-wise, and the damage difference might actually like make it worthwhile. I'm always gonna have to compare them, but you know, it's pretty nice of an upgrade. Now, I don't regret getting the Holy Dragon boots or leggings or all that kind of thing the same way I did with the Tarantula helmet, because they serve their purpose, and now they're moving on. Okay, so after around about like 20 minutes of grinding up Arachnes, which was a little bit harder without a God Potion, but still manageable, I can now claim the chest. Now I have like 100 chests from doing all these runs that I haven't claimed, so you know, give me a little bit of time to find the one that is actually in. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking at all these ultimate enchants, and I'm like, it would be really nice if I could put ultimate wires on, for example, like, you know, my aspect to the end, or if I could put like Soul Eater on my sword. But right now it's probably not worth it, considering I'm going to be upgrading to a Livid Dagger, which when I get my Livid Dagger or Shadow Fury, I'll put Soul Eater on it for sure, but the Hyper Cleaver is definitely not worth it. So yeah, I'm gonna upgrade this and hypermax it to the level that a level 40 Ironman can hypermax to, and then I'm gonna compare it to the Holy Dragon leggings and the Unstable leggings to see how it compares. Okay, so I know you guys can't really tell because you obviously haven't been here, but basically it's just like an additional 100 strength compared to my Unstable leggings. It is a lot more health. It's a little bit less defense, but obviously that doesn't really matter that much, and it is also a nice amount of speed. It actually gives more health than the Holy Dragon leggings, so honestly it's like everything but the additional healing. It looks like an upgrade. Like, honestly, it is looking very, very nice. Obviously, I'm going to have to test it out in floor 6 to see if it works. But honestly, I could be running like obviously not replacing the Necromancer boots or anything, but honestly, I could probably replace the Holy Dragon leggings with some Shadow Assassin leggings, which would be nice because, you know, that way I don't have to do like 10 damage per hit. I can actually like kill things, because there's no point living if you just like can't progress through a single floor. So yeah, hopefully I should be able to help out my team a little bit more. And hopefully I'm going to unlock a Livid Dagger sometime in the next like week or something. I don't know, I thought this would be a lot easier, and it's not difficult, but it is a long grind considering the reliability of my teammates. And obviously, as you saw, I had a good team. I did like 20 runs in probably an hour and a half, which is the best streak I've ever had. I got Unstable leggings, Shadow Assassin leggings, and now all I need to do is find another good team so that I can do that once again. But yeah, very nice upgrade, and I'm now officially a Shadow Assassin non, which is great to see. Okay, so now I'm going to be comparing the Shadow Assassin leggings to the Holy Dragon leggings to see like damage-wise if it's a big bonus, and obviously effective health-wise. Now currently I have 50,000 effective HP, and if we swap this to the Holy Dragon, which is by the way not 5-starred, which is like a, I don't know, 6% difference, it's about 2,500 effective health points, which is really not that much, especially when you come over here and you see that I'm doing like 200,000 damage. That's what it's looking like 200,000 damage is basically what I'm doing. If we swap to the Shadow Assassin, 330, it's like 100,000 more damage, which is, you know, obviously a significant difference. It's also some nice speed and stuff, so obviously the Shadow Assassin leggings are probably better in general. other than the one stat, which is the mending, which only helps your teammates out. So considering my teammates are probably going to be better geared than me since they're not on an Ironman, I think that the Shadow Assassin leggings are probably the thing I'm going to stick with for now. So yeah. Now I wanted to talk about a few things really quickly as well. Coming into the Catacombs, I'm not sure if I want the Livid Dagger or the Shadow's Fury. I'm not sure how much better the Shadow Fury is than the Livid Dagger. I might go on my like main profile and check or something, but like it's like 3 times the chance, you know what I mean? Like, do I want to just get the floor 5 over and done with? Or do I want to actually go for a Shadow's Fury and then also have a chance of getting like a Shadow Assassin chestplate? Now, if the RNG meter didn't exist, obviously I could just like get the livids, I could just keep running and it wouldn't matter, but I need to kind of decide what I want to set my RNG meter to. So yeah, I mean, if you guys have an idea of what I should do, please leave a comment down below, but for now, I think I might put it on Shadow Fury, just because I feel like it's better. Like, I feel like it's decently better, but if it's pretty similar, just like, can you guys let me know if you've used them, because pretty much I've used the Hyperion for like the last 3 years, so I don't really have a lot of experience. Okay, so to talk about how good this armor set is, I just basically just like 5-minute blood rushed in a floor 6 run using just this Shadow Assassin armor set and the Hyper Cleaver. So I haven't even got a Livid Dagger or a Shadow Fury yet, and I can already like basically solo the entire like entrance of this room. Obviously it'd be a bit much to say I can, you know, tank the boss fight, but I could tank the boss fight just like separately if I was playing as a healer class, you know what I mean? So obviously you don't normally run dungeons as a solo, so this armor set is super nice. Now I do really just want to get myself a Livid Dagger or Shadow Fury, or even like a giant sword, and honestly the Hyper Cleaver is looking at me pretty nice. Like the I don't know, what like the Mega Ultra Hyper Cleaver for 5 million coins is also looking pretty nice, so if I don't drop something, I might just end up buying that, but I mean, it's inevitable because of the RNG meter that I'll eventually drop a Livid Dagger, so hopefully it happens sooner rather than later, because I'm definitely ready for floor 6 and possibly even floor 7. Okay, so I was thinking it was going to be pretty easy to get myself to the 100,000 effective health points if all I did was just put Giant on my boots and I don't know, like my chestplate or something. However, I was like ready to, you know, go for mining level 25 when I entered a dungeon, and if you look in tab, it says that this is a, well, if you look in tab in the dungeons, it tells you what the election score is, but if you leave the dungeon and press tab, then it says it's a hidden election. So A, Hypixel is a server that has no bugs, and you definitely can't, you know, find out information that you shouldn't know. As you can see there, the votes for this election are currently hidden, unless you go into a dungeon run, apparently. So yeah, I'm probably just going to wait like 6 hours until we get the coal, and then wait for a mining fiesta, and then I'm going to go for the giant reforge, because I should be able to get an additional like 20,000 effective health points somewhere else. Like, I don't think, even only 10,000 left, yeah, it's really not going to be that hard. Okay, so here is the boss room and the boss fight of an attempt of a no tank, basically like Cata 20 floor 6 run where I'm a healer only. I currently have 250,000 effective health points, and I'm just going to spoil this for you. It might go well, it might go bad. Stick around for 3 seconds to find out. Now, instantly I start lagging. A great start, but I am still in my healing circle, and then I just get one-tapped by the terracottas. Like, absolutely obliterated, and then I just like the game freezes for me, and I get revived, and it's like, okay, that's cool. Let me, you know, let me chuck my Bonzo mask on to try and avoid dying. Let me use my heal ability, let me spam. I'm still lagging, but like, I just Bonzo mask pops, and I don't know. I feel like this standing in the center here is probably not the play, considering like I don't have any anti-knockback. It would probably be a better move to stand up on one of the top areas, but I mean, it'd also be a better idea to get a tank. So yeah, from the looks of it, we pretty much just need a tank, because otherwise, unless they can kill it quick enough, I just die, and then everybody else just dies. I'm not the only person who died, by the way. Like, 2 other people died, and then 3 people died during like the giants, so it's not like I threw the boss or anything. It's just like we need a tank because they do a lot of damage, and that's the entire theme of this fight. So it isn't my fault, I promise. It's just like we need a tank. That's kind of just the way it works. Okay, so I've starred a bit of my armor, done a few upgrades, basically like put some hot potato books on that I got for like 100k or 50k each, so not a lot of money. And we now have, if we look in here, that is the wrong menu. If we look into my effective health points, I'm currently sitting at 126,000. I know, a massive jump, and I have no idea where it came from. I genuinely do not know how I just gained like so much effective health, but I'm not going to argue against it. Maybe I leveled up in dungeons or something, like a catacombs level could probably give me a decent boost plus all the other things, but yeah, by the looks of it, it's just a very nice boost, which I am very happy with. Okay, so pretty much today we have got almost to Catacombs 24. I know, Catacombs 22 and a half, but we're almost Catacombs 23. That's basically Catacombs 24, so I'm basically 6'5". So yeah, now in terms of the Livid Dagger, I mean, it should only be around about 50 more runs, like mathematically, until I get it, and that's gonna be very nice. I've done the calculations, I've checked things out. It looks like the Livid Dagger is pretty much like, it's going to be more beneficial than getting the Shadow Fury. Shadow Fury is better, but the Livid Dagger is nice, and I can definitely benefit from the crit chance and attack damage. Now, coming in here, the armor sets are looking very good. The pet is still a tarantula pet. If you guys have any suggestions for good pets to go for, I genuinely have no idea what to do other than this one, so it's just kind of working out for me right now. But yeah, I mean, we're looking very good. We were able to complete the floor 6 fight, which is really all I would want to do at this stage, and once we're on the floor 7, then I'm probably going to start doing dungeons with viewers, so if you guys want to join in for that, let me know, because, it's just going to be more fun and way better than Party Finder. Maybe I'll even do a subathon, but yeah, on the left of your screen is going to be a video, so same thing with the right. YouTube has recommended them, and if you watch it the whole way through this video, then you probably enjoy my content, so these are probably one of my 2 highest quality videos, so if you want to check them out, I'd really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. We're 3,000 away from YouTube rank, and I'll see you guys next time.